when you're in that place of that messy middle, I call it, that unanswered prayer place, there are times where we can find ourselves in a prodigal sort of state. I know that I have at times within my Christian journey. I talk about our prodigal past, but also our prodigal present,
Mhm.
where we become so angry and so discouraged
Mhm.
by our prayers not being answered that we find ourselves not wanting to read the Bible. We find ourselves not wanting to pray. We find ourselves not wanting to worship, like all of those things and how it impacts us. But like God is here for us even in
Mhm.
that he's reaching out to us like the father did with the son. Like the father saw the son was far off and he came to him. And so I want this book to speak to that person that feels like, okay, I'm teetering on far off now
Mhm.
because I'm in this space. These prayers aren't being answered, and I don't understand why. And my prayer is that this book would be something that would call them back home and call them back into the Father's arms, and that they would be able to reestablish their trust in Him. Another thing that I talk about in the book is the power of remembering,
Mhm.
and how Scripture. We see the word remember, I think it's like 1,200 times or, give or take. But how important remembering is to our journey when it
Mhm.
comes to being in that place of unanswered prayer or
Mhm.
not liking the answers that we receive, to intentionally produce our own memorial stones,
Mhm.
right? Where we are um, memorializing moves of God in our lives, big and small, that we can come back to, whether we have them in our journals or actual stones that we write or
Mhm.
anything, that we can remind ourselves how we've seen God operate in our lives. And I feel like that when we can remember, that helps us to build trust, that
Mhm.
helps to rebuild maybe cracked foundations in our faith.